ain't no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello everyone, welcome back to Twistmas and welcome back to a tier list video. These are slowly becoming some of my favorite videos to make because they're so off the cuff, they're so random, whether we're making them from scratch or finding pre-made ones on tierlistmaker.com. And every category is something I usually feel very strongly about. In this case, holiday treats. So without further ado, let's get the heck into it. And honestly, prepare to be offended. This is a fun one. Christmas sweater of the day. I think this is like one of my only thrifted Christmas sweaters, which is very unusual because it's one of my best ones. It is very eclectic. There's a lot going on here. I believe it says, let it snow. And it's got a lot of character, which I'm very happy about. Oftentimes I make my own tier list, but today I found one that I'm okay judging because there's a lot of things outside my comfort zone. And sometimes I feel like when I make them, they're biased. This one I found made by Holiday Dessert Pop Culture Pile Driver. And they've got a very eclectic list. You know, we've got a great selection of desserts here, but let's start with the categories because that is honestly the most important part. Top of the list, we have the goat. Now, to be honest, that saying, that phrase doesn't really hit home with me. Something about it just like kind of grinds my gears. Let's call this, oh, okay, I've got it. A Twistmas delight. It was more creative in my head, but whatever, it's fine. Second up, we have Get in My Belly. I'm gonna change that to My Belly. It's fine, whatever, it's good enough. Third, we have I Have Room, as in maybe there's still room in your belly, you might as well try it. I'm gonna make this elf related and call it not one of the 4 main food groups. I have to capitalize that. My OCD is not gonna like that. It's not candy, candy canes, candy corns, or syrup, but it is good enough to try. That one's like taking a little bit to get there, but we got it. The fourth category down, like we're getting slowly into the nasty section. I'll taste it because my aunt made it. And my family, we're gonna change this to Grandma Betty. I really hate CUZ. We fit normal, whatever, we're making it work. Honestly, it's fine, we can call her Betty. Okay, I'll taste it because Betty made it. It's there. I don't want to be an impolite granddaughter, so 'tis the season. And lastly, I almost just chose this tier list alone because I loved this last category so much. Yuletide yuck. Genius. Genius. Okay, without further ado, let's get the heck into it. First up, we have, weirdly enough, apple pie. Like I said, I didn't make this list. I associate apple pie with fall, oftentimes Thanksgiving. I do like apple pie, but it's not a Twistmas delight by any means. I hate that it's telling me Twistmas is spelled incorrectly. Can we add this to my dictionary? Thank you. This is 1000% a word. Yeah, apple pie's got like that nice taste that leaves you with a horrible aftertaste on the roof of your mouth. This is not one of my 4 main food groups. To be honest, I could even just put it in Grandma Betty's section, but she doesn't make apple pie. Okay, this next one, to be honest, I'm spacing on the name of. I want to say it's called like Oreo trifle cake, it's Oreo pudding. I even saw it called Oreo lasagna, which that grosses me out. Either way though, I'm pretty sure it's like Cool Whip, pudding, Oreos, cream cheese, something like that. In my book, this is probably a Yuletide yuck. I hate pudding, and I'm really sorry if that makes you click off the video. I love Oreos. I love cream cheese. I don't really like Cool Whip. I like all of those things individually. Anything like layered like that is usually not my cup of tea. Blech. Blech. Yuletide yuck. I'm so sorry. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna put the key lime pie right there next to her. Right there. I just don't ever know a time when I would go, wow, like I'm craving a key lime pie right now. Like, ooh-wee. That time is just, that moment has never happened in my life. And I just don't really appreciate maybe the tartness of a key lime pie. I digress. I don't know. Cheesecake, on the other hand, I can at least give a 3rd tier to. I really do like cheesecake, especially with strawberries on top. That's Keith's favorite dessert. So if this was his video, it would be a Twistmas delight. But in fact, this is my channel. Then we have fudge. which fudge to me, a Betty original. Betty doesn't make fudge, but I'm making this so confusing. Fudge is just like there. Like it's yummy, but it's so dense and you can have like one singular square and you're done. And I need like 90 pieces of my desserts. I don't know, I always feel like the idea of fudge is better than the actual taste, the outcome, you know? You're like, no, Taylor, I don't know. Okay, I think this is just a chocolate chip cookie. Some of these photos are kind of hard to discern. Chocolate chip cookies is like so all over the spectrum. Is it my perfect chocolate chip cookie? Am I envisioning the absolute best cookie for Christmas morning? That is the top tier category, if we remember last year. I'm gonna say get in my belly. I will probably never say no to a traditional, fresh out of the oven, warm, gooey, perfect amount of crunch, perfect amount of crisp, perfect amount of burntness chocolate chip cookie. I just won't. And I think these are cake pops. Something about some of these desserts doesn't scream the holiday season to me, but maybe I'm off my rocker. Cake pops are good, not great. You know, if I'm handed a cake pop, I'm never gonna say no to it, but I'm not going to order one. I'm just not a cake girly. You know, if it had some ice cream inside of it, done deal. However, that does look a little bit like funfetti, which could be a game changer. Could move up one tier. See, this is like where I start offending people. I don't really love brownies. Brownies are so fine. It's the same thing as fudge. The idea of a brownie is better than the actual brownie. I guess I'll move it next to the fudge because it's not exactly a Yuletide yuck. Like I'm not gonna say no if, you know, knife to my throat. Also, I don't go like, oh, can't wait for Christmas morning brownies. What? Christmas sugar cookies. These are cute. These are cute, they're gonna go get in my belly. I'm not exactly sure what on this list is gonna go straight to Twistmas Delight, and now I'm starting to freak out. I do think though that putting cookies in the second tier makes a whole lot of sense. Like they're always going to be good. You're always going to want one or two, but they're never going to be your all-time favorite dessert, because something could always be like kicked up a notch. Peanut butter blossoms though, those, I don't know. I do love myself a peanut butter blossom. My mom usually makes these every year, and in honor of her, we'll make them our first Twistmas Delight. Yes, I know, round of applause for Mama Woods. This is like so young, naive Taylor thinking, but growing up, I always thought like this was my mom's recipe. I did not know that this was like a worldwide thing that many people make. I thought my mom made it up. That just goes to show she's really good. Hey, Mom.
Do you still need my help? I know those very well because those were always around when I was growing up.
Mom intervention. I had to cross-check some of these names. I was really concerned. I didn't know what these were called. Next up, we have pizzelles, which I honestly don't have the strongest memory of, even though they're an Italian dessert. I honestly think I just ate my way through Italy with gelato and gelato and gelato, so that's my poor excuse. I'm actually surprised Panettone's not on here too, but we don't need to talk about that because you wouldn't want to hear my rating. Because I don't really have the strongest memory of their taste, I'm just gonna put them probably like mid-tier. I feel like that's fair. Cannolis, however, I don't feel like I really ate cannolis. I don't know, it feels like one of those desserts that I saw more of in New York City rather than in Italy, but it might just be a regional thing. I don't really feel like Tuscany's known for their cannolis. They're a staple of Sicilian cuisine. That being said, I do have some Tuscan pride. I'm just gonna put them mid-tier as well. I love cannolis, but I don't crave them. I feel like my whole family loves cannolis, and I like cannolis. Okay, I could be wrong because this picture is very freaking small, but I'm pretty certain this is Muddy Buddies, otherwise known as puppy chow, otherwise known as Chex Mix and powdered sugar and peanut butter and stuff. I love puppy chow. I've made puppy chow in a video before. What the heck video was that? I think it was like a snack video. That was from the summer. Anywho, we're just gonna give it the honor of being a Twistmas Delight. It truly deserves and should take that throne. I'm very happy about that. I think that's a delicious, scrumdiddlyumptious placement. This disgusting, repulsive, sorry lights, Jell-O mold, on the other hand, we all know where you're headed, right next to our friend Mr. Key Lime Pie. Do we even have to talk about it? Like, do we have to talk about Jell-O? I always feel like I was that one kid growing up that never liked Jell-O. What is there to like? This next one's really cute. This feels like something that you'd bring to a holiday party and people would be like, oh my gosh, look at that. It just looks to me like chocolate cupcakes with little Santa hats on top, which is so stinking adorable. I'm not a cupcake girl though, but I feel like I would feel so bad if somebody brought those to the party. This is so me. I would see this at the party. I wouldn't want anything to do with it, but they'd be sitting at the table completely uneaten. And then I'd be talking to little Debbie and she'd be like, oh, I made these. And I would be like, they look so good, Debbie. I'll have one. So in that case, I'm gonna put them in good in my belly because shout out to all the little Debbies out there. I'm sure it's good. It's just one of those like very awkward to eat things, especially if you're at a holiday party. Don't bring a treat like that. Like bring finger food, something easier to grab. A cupcake, very hard to just grab and go and not like shovel into your face. Bring puppy chow. Bring muddy buddies. Christmas tree cakes, what I call the Twinkie of the holiday season. I made that up right now. I will be quite honest with you. I think I've probably had one of these my entire life. And I'm sure it was really good. It gives me like funfetti in a pre-packaged, processed manner. Ugh, this is like actually kind of a tough one. I was really thinking about putting it in a mid-tier category because it does kind of seem like a fun holiday treat. However, does it really match the quality that we're leveling with? Cannolis, pizzelles, cheesecake? I don't really think so. To me, it's kind of just rubbing off fudge vibes. Total fudge vibes in the Grandma Betty category. Now this is like kind of a catastrophe. Again, who in the heck made this list? Why did they put a fruit salad on here? And not like a fruit salad, but literally a fruit salad. I'm a little bit mad though because I don't want this to be considered a dessert, but fruit on its own, if we have to oblige, we have to put it into a category, it is a Twistmas delight. But remember that it is not a dessert. Everything feels off, but it is delicious. Gingerbread cookies! Get in my belly! I love gingerbread cookies. Could we place these higher? This is the cookie category. Here's my rationale. Okay, hear me out. I feel like I might put these one tier up. Another Twistmas delight because they're so rare. They're not something that you enjoy all year round. You could probably argue that for most of these, but there's something so unique and special and rare about a true gingerbread cookie, like in the actual shape and whatnot, that little man, that it feels a lot more holiday-esque. And for that reason alone, I feel like it amplifies them. And whenever I see them, which is like barely ever, I want to eat one because I know it's exclusive. It's like the FOMO treat of the holiday season. Next we have coffee cake, which I'm very happy about. I'm happy that they placed that here. But one little measly slice of coffee cake usually gets the job done, but that taste alone, pretty darn good. It's the icing for me. I could just chop off all the bottom and just go straight for the muffin top. We're gonna be at like this last row, we're just gonna pound out in the bottom categories. Fruitcake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is ambrosia, if I even said that right. We have this every year. Grandma Betty does in fact make this. We just call it fruit salad, ironically. However, at my house, this gets lost in the buffet. You know, we normally like never cook on Christmas Day. Actually, we just have leftovers so everybody can just kind of relax. But Betty always brings this, and hopefully she doesn't see this video, but I feel like I normally avoid it. Like I look at it and I go, oh, thanks for bringing this. But I never take any. I never take any. I think she knows that, right? If she asked me to, I would taste it. I would taste it for her. I'd have one taste and we'd be finished. What are the ingredients? Like what is in that thing? Ambrosia. Look at that picture. Okay, so this is why I don't like it. I don't like any of the ingredients inside of it. Maraschino cherries, absolutely not. Mandarin oranges, I feel like they ruin the taste of everything that they're combined with because they dominate. Pineapple chunks, fine. Crushed pineapple. Fruit cocktail, that's what's ruining it. Sour cream, my second least favorite thing on planet Earth. Cool Whip, also don't like. Vanilla pudding, also don't like. Mini marshmallows could save the day. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. Everything in there is not my cup of tea. I don't know if that's the exact way that Grandma Betty makes it, but gosh, if it wasn't for her actually making that, I'm not kidding you, every single year, it would be a Yuletide yuck. It would actually take the cake inside of Yuletide yuck. Do it for you, Betty. Okay, here's a little fruit tart. This is like so whatever to me. Like it doesn't even feel like it has a tear in my mind because it's one of those things like I would just disregard. I'd go, oh, that's pretty. Like it's gorgeous. I have no further opinions. It's so much better than ambrosia. You know what though? No, that's not true. I'm gonna put it here because it's not as good as a cannoli and it's kind of the same level as fudge. This is the true outlier. The ambrosia is ruining everything else because truly it is a Yuletide yuck. Like we all mentally know that, but we're like, doing it for the good graces of our grandmothers. Now this little treat looks delicious. It also is the first time I'm ever seeing it in my life. Like I said, some of these photos are very hard to discern. I think if I Googled this correctly, it is a Norwegian prince's cake, like some sort of tart. And it does look pretty good. In that case, I'm just gonna give it the good graces of going straight into my belly because it also does give off coffee cake vibes. And if I see something new on the table, I'm always curious. I'll probably want to try it. Oh, I love pecan pie. Oh, I love pecan pie. Get in my belly. Get in my belly. Yum, 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 yum. Snickerdoodles. Also get in my belly. Could debatably be a Twistmas Delight, one of my favorite cookies. They're just not the same level as a peanut butter blossom. This is probably a little bit of a hot take. I like carrot cake. I really do. And you know what's even weirder? I probably like it more than Mr. Apple Pie. Get in my belly. Get in my belly. Give me the carrots. Give me the cake. I think it just gets a bad rep because people don't like associating vegetables and cake. I just feel like they're misunderstood. I'm out here advocating, rooting from the bottom of my heart these darn carrot cakes. I don't even like carrot cake that much. I'm gonna become like the poster child for carrot cakes. Pumpkin pie, again, why are you on the holiday list? Maybe they just like shoved Thanksgiving in here too, I'm not quite sure. If I put apple pie mid-tier, I have to put pumpkin pie mid-tier because it's arguably better. I think I just got like too nice in the beginning with the apple pie. I should have been meaner. Like honestly, it could go down. This I believe is a devil's food sandwich. Like a whoopie pie sort of action. This is very middle ground to me. It's very much in line with a cannoli. It's there, maybe I'm still hungry, but I'm not craving one Christmas morning. One of the best days of the year. A Reese's Trees, that has to be the name, not Reese's Trees. Reese's Trees. In honor of my child, I guess I'll put you mid-tier. You don't deserve to be in the top two, you just don't. Reese, you on the other hand are a perfect angel. It's the same thing that it is all year round. It's just a Christmas tree, which I do have to respect. Fantastic marketing. And last but not least, I believe this is a chocolate silk cake and it's very good, but very fudgy, which just gives you the obvious answer. I'll taste it because Betty made it. And that concludes our holiday dessert tier list. Woo! I'm pretty proud of this. I was very confused on a lot of these things. To be honest, I called my mom, I FaceTimed her, I FaceTimed my friends, I asked what in the heck are these things called? I'm going to embarrass myself, but we pulled it off. We're on the other side now, and I don't know if I can like stand confidently next to this list, but I'm open to debates in the comments. As always. Roast me, why don't you? We can't forget to mention our charity for the day, which is submitted by Anna, and the charity is Canines for Warriors. Canines for Warriors is the nation's largest provider of service dogs for veterans, and they are determined to end veteran suicide by providing highly trained service dogs to military veterans that are suffering from PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and or military sexual trauma. With the majority of dogs coming from high rescue shelters, this innovative program allows the Canine Warrior team to build an unwavering bond that facilitates their collective healing and recovery. The program itself is backed by scientific research and empowers veterans who fought for our freedom to live a life of dignity and independence. Graduates of this program are able to live a life that they previously did not think was possible. Many have reunited with their families, gone back to school, found renewed enjoyment in life, and significantly reduced their medications. Essentially, if I'm understanding this correctly, the warrior and the canine are paired. They go through the program together. Any dogs who do not graduate from the program qualify for what is called a career change, and they are adopted out to loving homes, or they enter the Canine for Warriors station dog program, where then they would become a house dog for the firehouse and help mitigate the stress of first responders. I will also have all the information for Canines for Warriors in the description box below. This was such a fun video. I hope that you enjoyed. We love a tier list. I think it's always kind of a light-hearted but controversial topic, and I love it. So get it on in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me for another day of Twistmas. I can't believe we're already this far into things. It's getting wild. We're getting so many things accomplished, but it's so surreal. I love you all so stinking much. I should also mention today is the last day to purchase my merch. If that is something that you're still interested in doing, today's your final opportunity, so it will be available until the end of the day on December 12th. And also today is the last day to have like the best opportunity to get my collaboration with Groma at your front door, in your pantry before Christmas Day. So if that's something that you are interested in trying, I highly recommend it. I love it so stinking much. And that's all. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I already said that like 4 times. I'll see you in the next one.